district properties and ensuring schools accurately reported their attendance, thus receiving more federal dollars. They proposed new fees if students wish to play sports or attend games. They suggested seeking a judge's approval to take out bank loans, pitched a couple different levies for voters to approve or deny in March, and discussed adding 4 furlough days. Long-term solutions included starting a foundation, launching a campaign to increase daily attendance, boosting advertising revenue, and seeking grants for transportation costs. Because 80% of district spending goes towards its employees, long-term solutions not related to layoffs seemed few. So the group debated auditing employees' health insurance and raising employee-paid premiums, switching from a block schedule to a period schedule, and, if given no other options, laying off its staff members.
That is not in the interest of our employees, regardless of what they do.
Now, none of those recommendations came with an estimated savings or revenue, and we should be clear, all of the projected numbers we do have, including that $4.3 million deficit, are estimates. The actual shortfall changes daily and could be larger or smaller than the approximate figure. Live in studio, Matt King, Fox 9 on your side.
Boise police are investigating an early morning sexual assault in the North End. The attack happened near a home on 15th and Lemp Street. A woman says she got home around 2 a.m. when a man pushed through the door and sexually assaulted her. Officers do not have a description of the suspect. If you saw anything suspicious in the area, call Crime Stoppers at 343-COPS.
A man accused of killing a monkey in the Boise Zoo has one more time to prepare to defend himself against felony burglary and grand theft charges. Michael Watkins' attorney told a judge today that she has not had adequate opportunity to review about 130 pages of documents stemming from the mid-November break-in at Zoo Boise. Investigators say Watkins broke into the zoo and let loose a monkey. His attorney says while shooing the monkey back into its cage, the animal attacked and there was a scuffle. The prosecution, on the other hand, believes Watkins attempted to steal the monkey and when it attacked, beat it over the head with a branch. Questions
still swirl around the Meridian police shooting. Many folks wanting to know exactly what the protocol is in a situation like the officers encountered on Monday. Meridian's police chief says 4 officers fired on Eric Dilworth because he ignored orders to put down a knife and then approached them. Experts say officers are trained to shoot a suspect if they feel their lives are in danger.
It's very easy for a layman or somebody to look at an edged weapon and ask questions like, well, why don't they just shoot the knife out of their hand? And it was only a knife. Knives are very deadly. Knives take officers' lives and everybody else's lives every year. And a knife can't be underestimated in its lethal potential.
Dilworth's brother was actually the one who called police, looking to help calm him down because he was upset.
The city of Caldwell is installing extra lighting near an intersection where a teen was hit by a car early this morning. The 16-year-old girl was hit as she walked through a crosswalk at 10th and Denver. The city plans to move the crosswalk to nearby 10th and Elgin Streets, where they are installing flashing pedestrian crossing lights.
You know what? This isn't the first person or student that's been hit here. That's why, as you can see here, that we've put in new lights. They're actually supposed to be done by the end of this week, so it's kind of bad timing. It's kind of a shame that this happened, but they're supposed to be done by the end of this week.
O'Reilly says it's important for both drivers and pedestrians to keep their eyes peeled at crosswalks. The girl suffered head injuries and broken bones. The driver, 30-year-old Benjamin Barch, is charged with inattentive driving and no insurance.
After years of struggling, the housing market is slowly making a comeback and even bringing the younger generation with it. Second chance homeowners are starting to buy again. And we also found some young people getting in on the action. Jennifer Aw talked to one homeowner who's under 21 and still in school.
Meet 20-year-old Colt Catlin, a proud new Boise homeowner.
It's finished, papers are signed, and I can move in.
Colt says he's been interested in real estate for a while, but didn't think seriously about buying a home until recently.
To get a head start on making some good investments, you know, putting a little bit extra money in places that I'll see a return out of it. And I figured that with home prices the way they are, it's been great opportunities for home buyers, especially first-time home buyers.
Home sale prices all across the nation are up about 5%. Idaho is seeing even a bigger jump, more than 17% in the last year.
The market is in a perfect storm, if you will. The interest rates are low, the values are low, everything is right where it needs to be. It's happening, so hey, roll with it.
In fact, Colt says the low interest rates really sealed the deal for him, and he wanted to buy a house before the prices go up even more.
I definitely could see that those opportunities were coming to a bit of an end, so I wanted to get in while I still could.
Experts say the big reason for the jump in prices, second chance buyers are coming back to the market.
Individuals that have perhaps lost their properties, they couldn't buy properties for 2 years. So now they're able to get back into the market and are buying up homes as well.
Jennifer Ah, Fox 9 on your side.
The housing industry relies on new young buyers, but nationally, not many are taking part. Heavy student loans, low wages, and distrust of the loan process are mainly to blame.
Gas stations nationwide may now sell gasoline with more ethanol in it. The EPA has upped the allowable amount from 10 to 15%. But consumers, gas station owners, and AAA don't like it. Mike Vogel explores why.
It's ridiculous. I would not put a drop of ethanol in my car unless I was stranded out in the desert or something.
That really sums up how some consumers feel about putting fuel with ethanol in their cars. Bob Nelson says it would ruin his baby. That's why he'll only fill her up here at the Phillips 66, where there is zero ethanol in the gas.
It needs regular gas. It would not only gum up the carburetor, the fuel pump, everything would go bottoms up right on that thing.
Joe Keller feels the same way.
Better gas mileage, and I think the gas, I've been told that the gas is better for my engine.
E15 is not available in Idaho, but it could be coming now that the EPA has approved its use. E10 is sold in Idaho, but ethanol in any amount, 5, 10, or 15%, just isn't good for motorcycles, snowmobiles, and lawnmowers.
And yet we're gonna buy into the EPA claims that this 15% blend is just perfect and it's what we need. We don't agree.
To keep this in context, consumers, auto manufacturers, and even the stores that will sell it are not on board with ethanol 15.
And so I like the idea of not having ethanol in my gas.
And AAA couldn't agree more.
Less than 5% of the cars, according to the auto manufacturers, are suited for the use of E15 without causing engine damage, without voiding warranties.
Mike Vogel, Fox 9 on your side.
Interesting. The Seroptimus deadline to fill holiday wishes in the Boise area is Friday, and they still need help.
They do need some help. Organizers recently received a donation of more than $700 that helped buy gifts, especially for teen foster kids. But it was a much-needed donation because at the start of the week, they had 120 gift requests unfilled.
We've gotten some of those taken since, but we still have about 60 names that are unclaimed and need someone to take them and provide for these oldsters and foster children.
And it's pretty rare, they say, to have this type of situation this late in the year. If you'd like to help out, remember, the gifts are usually very modest. One senior asked for his favorite cereal. You can find out what gifts are left to fill on the Seroptimus website. That we've created a link at IdahoOnYourSide.com. Just click on links under the news tab.
You can help get into the Christmas spirit while making sure no Treasure Valley child goes without toys this holiday season. Join Fox 9 on your side and the U.S. Marines to make Idaho a better place to live by taking part in this year's Toys for Tots drive. We are trying to help more than 20,000 local families, so you can drop off a new unwrapped toy at any Treasure Valley Walmart or Dairy Queen. And in particular, the need is greatest right now for boys between the ages of 7 and 12 years old.
Call it confectionery construction projects. If you like gingerbread houses, then you're going to love these. Take a look. These are the creation of Anita Hazen. Lots of frosting. She says she's never had a gingerbread house as a kid, but she found out that she has a knack for building them now. Some of her favorites are the BSU-themed gingerbread homes.
Someone said to make a BSU one, so I started with BSU and just went from there, went and got some decals and just started making, and I really love the way they turned out.
Yeah, how does she get it to stick on there so well? I put stuff on and it falls off left and right.
Makes me hungry.
It does, doesn't it? In all, she made 33 gingerbread homes, and they're going to be the door prizes for an employee luncheon. Right now, they're displayed in the St. Alphonsus cafeteria.
Now, the On Your Side forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.
On a mild day today. Wasn't it beautiful this afternoon? When the rain ended this morning, temperatures shot up, light winds, real comfortable weather. 58 degrees. Look at the normal high. 39, almost 20 degrees above average today. A record high, 59, set in 1918. We missed it by 1 degree, so certainly warm today. The record low, -6 in 1972. And many old-timers know that was a cold, cold year. You can see 1972 showing up a lot in December, as well as the early 90s. Sunset at 5:08, but look at the precipitation. A quarter inch falling overnight last night. I said we had a lot of moisture coming in. It certainly did make it in. Up to a ½ inch now, 51/100ths for the month. Most of that falling from these last couple of, basically this last storm system over the past couple of days. Look at the high temperatures around the region. 60 in Ontario, 45 in McCall, where there's only patchy snow left, 40 degrees in Stanley, 56 degrees in Twin Falls. Right now we're in the 30s and 40s. Skies are mostly clear. Temperatures are dropping. The lighter winds, the clear skies, allowing temperatures to get colder tonight, and that may cause some fog to form tomorrow morning, so patchy fog possible. I think we'll see a decent amount of sunshine, though, tomorrow. High temperature sitting around 49 degrees, not looking bad at all. Coming up, my longer-range snow forecast, so if you own a ski resort, or maybe you manage one, or you work at one, or if you go to a ski resort, you're going to want to see this long-range forecast.
A lot of people.
Do you own a ski resort? Because if you do, I'd like to ski it.
But you go to farther down the list there.
You qualify.
Yes, we still qualify.
Thanks, Scott. Coming up next on Fox 9 On Your Side tonight, from the waiting game to the blame game, it appears that there may be no winners when it comes to the fiscal cliff crisis.
And still ahead, Hurricane Sandy came and went, leaving a New Jersey man's home damaged, but still standing, at least until construction crews got there.
Roland Ferris, Michelle Edmonds, Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval. Sports with Paul Gerke. This is Fox 9 On Your Side at 9. Weather is brought to you by Steve's Hometown Toyota. Try Steve's Hometown Toyota in Ontario. What's going on? The free On Your Side news app will tell you wherever you go. With news, sports, streaming video, and weather. Free from Today's 6 and Fox 9. Search Idaho On Your Side at your app store. Saturday night at 7, the Idaho Stampede take on the Austin Toros at CenturyLink Arena. Bring a new unwrapped toy as a donation for Toys for Tots, and you'll receive a free ticket to a future Stampede game courtesy of Today's 6 and Fox 9.
It's the Lazy Boy Holiday Sale. Get 2 great chairs for one low price. It's your choice. Match them up or mix it up. Like a pair of recliners from only $5.99. Plus special financing. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
They're probably at Rosar's 13-hour Best of the Best sale this Thursday. 20 canned packs of Coke products are 2 for $10. Boneless, skinless chicken breasts are just $1.89 per pound. 2-pound loaves of Western Family cheddar are $3.69. And Western Family butter is just $1.99. Rosar's 13-hour Best of the Best sale this Thursday only.
It's the Lazy Boy Holiday Sale. Get 2 great chairs for one low price. It's your choice. Match them up or mix it up. Like a pair of recliners from only $5.99. Plus special financing. Lazy Boy Furniture Galleries. Live life comfortably.
You're watching Fox 9 On Your Side at 9.
Fiscal cliff or not, President Obama says he will not budge on raising taxes for those earning more than $250,000.
But the blame game on Capitol Hill continues. Fox News correspondent Ed Henry has more right now in America.
Trying to lay the blame for stalled budget talks on Republicans, President Obama today ratcheted up the pressure on Speaker John Boehner.
Nobody wants to get this done more than me.
By having the White House for the first time tell the Pentagon and other agencies to start planning for massive spending cuts from going over the fiscal cliff. while he warned business executives the economy could take another hit if Republicans decide to extend just the middle-class tax cuts to avoid the cliff for now and then come back next year with more leverage to tie spending cuts and major Medicare reform to another hike in the nation's debt ceiling.
We are not going to play that game next year. If Congress in any way suggests that they're going to tie negotiations to debt ceiling votes and take us to the brink of default once again as part of a budget negotiation, I will not play that game.
Republicans held their own meeting with small business owners and denied they're trying to punt until next year.
I'll be here, and I'll be available at any moment to sit down with the president to get serious about solving this problem.
They noted the president has not scheduled any meetings with GOP leaders in weeks and has not offered any counterproposal to Boehner's plan from last week.
Frankly, it was the balanced approach that the president's been asking for. Now we need a response from the White House.
The president continues to insist the only impediment to a deal is that Boehner's $800 billion in new tax revenue is not enough.
The holdup right now is that Speaker Boehner took a position, I think the day after the campaign, that said, we're willing to bring in revenue, but we're not willing to increase rates.
Except 2 summers ago, the president himself claimed he could raise even more revenue without raising rates.
Give us $1.2 trillion in additional revenues, which could be accomplished without hiking tax rates, but could simply be accomplished by eliminating loopholes, eliminating some deductions, and engaging in a tax reform process that could have lowered rates generally while broadening the base.
Officials confirmed that late this afternoon the president and the speaker did have a phone call. No major progress, but as one official noted, it's more than we've had in a long time. Perhaps something to build on. At the White House, Ed Henry, Fox News.
The Secretary General of the United Nations is the latest world leader to warn Syria against using chemical weapons.
And tonight, Roland, there are indications Syria's president may actually be working on an exit strategy. Fox's Connor Powell has the story right now in the world.
In the heart of Damascus, Syrian forces fire rockets on nearby rebel positions. The fighting moving closer to the Assad regime headquarters. This comes as Secretary of State Hillary Clinton today reiterated her warning to Syrian President Bashar Assad against using chemical weapons, once again saying it would cross a red line. A senior Syrian official refused to confirm the existence of the weapons, but denied his government is considering using them in the fight, despite intelligence reports to the contrary.
Our concerns are that an increasingly desperate Assad regime might turn to chemical weapons or might lose control of them to one of the many groups that are now operating within Syria.
Groups, according to U.S. intelligence reports, that are affiliated with al-Qaeda and are increasingly fighting alongside opposition forces. In a sign that President Assad is feeling the mounting pressure, he has reportedly sent an envoy to several Latin American countries, including Venezuela, Cuba, and Ecuador, seeking asylum. Not on the list are his 2 biggest military supporters, Russia and Iran. On Britain's Sky News today, Assad's envoy, the deputy foreign minister, denied the report and said the president will not leave Syria and Assad will stay in power.
Do you think your government will still be in power a year from now?
I am sure, yes. NATO announcing today a limited number of U.S. troops and Patriot missiles will join German and Dutch troops along the Turkish border, the goal to prevent Syria from attacking Turkey. In Jerusalem, Connor Powell, Fox News.
Coming up next on Fox 9, we're headed to the Weather Center. Scott's working on his complete on-your-side forecast.
And still ahead, vanished without a trace. A New Jersey man is looking for answers and is home, but it wasn't wiped out by Hurricane Sandy. And now tonight's Pump Patrol. Head to the Maverick at Cloverdale and Lake Havel to fill up for $3.38 per gallon. And to find the cheapest gas in your neighborhood, go to IdahoOnYourSide.com and click on the Features tab.
Pump Patrol brought to you by Mountain Home Auto Ranch, where we do business a better way. Exit 95 Mountain Home.
Your best price on every vehicle at MHAutoRanch.com. Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, and Ram truck, MHAutoRanch.com.
birthday card for Mom.
Come back with a do not resuscitate form and we'll talk.
It's Mom's birthday.
I'm going to drown my sorrows in alcohol. If you're not committed to alcohol, there's a whole big ocean out there.
Next, 2.5 Men. Weeknights at 10 on Fox 9.
When low prices knock, answer. It's the Fred Meyer Doorbuster sale this Saturday. All Crayola products are 50% off. So now is a great time to stock up and save. At the Doorbuster sale this Saturday at Fred Meyer.
Friends and family pricing. 2 days only.
This Wednesday and Thursday, Moore gives everyone the same discount we give our friends and family.
It's an extra special holiday gift for you.
Friends and family prices on living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, and kids and teens furniture.
Hurry, our special Friends and Family holiday event ends this Thursday night at 9 p.m.
Happy holidays
from Moore. Furniture for less.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
We got to open this one early.
It's the most wonderful.
Tell a friend about Idaho's newest radio station, 105.1 FM, Variety Christmas.
When low prices knock, answer. It's the Fred Meyer Doorbuster sale this Saturday. Get an iPod Touch for $189.99. Then save another $30 with our home electronics savings certificate. The Doorbuster sale, Saturday at Fred Meyer.
This holiday season is all about a gift that fits from New Balance Boise. Purchase a gift card and send that special someone on a shopping spree at New Balance Boise. We'll even add a free 15% bonus to the total. Narrow to extra wide sizes, great styles and colors, shoes that fit better, perform better. Don't miss our athletic apparel, insoles, and performance socks for those perfect stocking stuffers. Get to New Balance Boise today in the Albertsons Shopping Center at Eagle and McMillan Road.
For Emmy Award-winning news coverage, watch Fox 9 On Your Side at 9.
Now the On Your Side forecast with Chief Meteorologist Scott Dorval.
Oh, the mild weather was here today. I thought we'd hit 53. After the rain ended, I knew we'd have some nice weather coming in, but boy, those temperatures soar up to 58 in Boise and missed the 3-degree guarantee. 60 in Ontario today. Tomorrow, we're going to drop it down some 9 or 10 degrees from what you see there for today. So mild today, but we're going to start to go back to reality as winter finally begins to settle in, at least over the weekend, certainly. Clearer skies have moved in, but the clear skies promote all of the heat that's been radiated into the earth during the day to escape without a blanket of cloud cover overhead. It allows the temperature to fall to the dew point. When temperature falls to the dew point, you can get dew or fog or frost, depending on what the temperature is during the morning. We should be above freezing, and I think we may get some fog if this cloud cover comes in earlier. It might inhibit some of that fog, but prepare for some fog tomorrow morning. Precipitation's done for a little while. Big storm system to the west kind of blasted on through. That moist flow of air that was coming in from the south and west went right over us, now sliding to the east here. A half-inch of precipitation across the Treasure Valley and a good soaking. But now our jet stream winds are coming in from the west, opening up the doors to some of that colder weather to slide on in. It'll take a couple days to get here. By the weekend, we'll have a good grip of colder weather coming in across the northwest. The leading edge of that will be some snow showers, say Friday evening into Saturday morning. Let's take a look at the futurecast now. And here is midnight tonight, mostly clear. We'll push us ahead to tomorrow afternoon. The bluest snow up in northern Idaho. If you're heading up north, there's going to be some snow around Moscow and just outside of Lewiston, the higher elevations nearby as that moisture goes on by. But I think partly cloudy in the Treasure Valley tomorrow. A couple of snow flurries are possible in the mountains around Brundage Mountain. Then at night, you see some snow showers. This is now Friday. Light snow falling in here. Some moderate snow around Brundage and around McCall, some snow. I think we'll get snow on the ground in Long Valley on Friday and a few inches of fluffier, drier snow at the base of Brundage. I'll talk more about the ski areas coming up in the valley. A chance for flurries late in the day on Friday. Then I want to show you Saturday at 4 in the afternoon. You see it right. Actually, this is Friday night, 4 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. You see some blue here in the valley. That's a sign that we have a front going through, and that could give us a burst of snow, as I like to call it, where you get that snow coming down briefly. It can coat the roadways. That could be the case Saturday morning. When you wake up Saturday, we're probably just going to have a northwest wind, a biting northwest wind, temperatures only in the 30s, and maybe a dusting of snow on the ground Saturday morning. So something to keep your eye on. We'll keep a close eye on that, certainly. As far as snow accumulations, we'll go back and take a look here. They could be be a few inches in the Central Mountains. Those higher peaks could get more than that, upwards of 6 to 10 inches in the higher peaks up in the West Central Mountains and North Central Idaho as well. But in the valley, again, it would be just a dusting. So here's that jet stream outline dipping way down, unleashing the cold air to the central U.S. Here's where all the snow will be, mostly to our east, but we'll get a little bit over the weekend, primarily in the Central Mountains and points to the north. So let's take a look at the forecast now for the Treasure Valley. Tomorrow, drop at about 10 degrees. And I keep forgetting to change this. This is going to be partly cloudy to mostly sunny tomorrow. No showers. A little fog in the morning, 40s during the afternoon. In the West Central Mountains tomorrow, it should be colder, certainly. Lows in the 20s, some fog possible in Long Valley. High temperatures in the 30s. Not a bad afternoon. Colder, but partly cloudy. The sun will be shining in some locations. We may get some snow showers in the mountain peaks. And in the East Central Mountains, a mix of sun and clouds. A few flurries are possible, certainly tomorrow night around Stanley and Sun Valley. You see those colder temperatures. Into the Magic Valley tomorrow, your lows are going to drop into the 30s. Not below freezing yet. That'll be tomorrow night. But temperatures in the 40s during the afternoon with a mix of sun and clouds and a bit of a breeze developing in the Magic Valley tomorrow. My on your side extended forecast, we drop down 10 degrees tomorrow, a little bit cooler Friday. It's overnight Friday night that a cold front will come through, and that could give us a burst of some snow showers or snow flurries in the valley. Might give us a dusting of snow for Saturday morning in the valley, and then look at the high temperatures. 10 degrees colder, holding steady for Sunday and Monday, just in the cold category, seasonably cold, but we'll get some sunshine developing on Saturday. Same thing during the day Sunday, but real cold. Rain showers could move in Tuesday, and then snow flurries and snow showers could come in during the day on Wednesday. So we're going back now to a much more realistic winter-type weather with a cold weekend ahead. And coming up, I'm going to look at that longer-range forecast, and I'm going to explain why our snowpack numbers are so good, yet we could look at the base of Bogus Basin and not see much in the way of snow.
Well, I have to admit, I was looking up there today, longingly, obviously, and thinking, you can't even really see much white from the valley.
The difference from this year to last year, though, is that last year we were in a very dry weather pattern.
That's true.
And this year has been different, and I still think it will stay pretty moist, which is good.
I know people think this is nuts, but I like seeing 19 for a low overnight there on the 7th day.
Cold air in. You got it.
Thanks, Scott. Well, a man in New Jersey returns to his home after Superstorm Sandy, only to find it vanished, but not from the storm.
No, and now he's trying to figure out who tore it down and why. Can you imagine? Fox's Carrie Drew has the story.
About 15 years.
Nick Maria gets emotional when talking about his summer home on 5th Avenue in Ortley Beach, a home that suddenly vanished a few weeks ago.
Worse and bizarre, very sad. Very disheartening.
2 weeks after Hurricane Sandy, residents were allowed to return to Ortley Beach to gather their belongings. But when Maria arrived, his home and everything in it was gone. All that was left was a plot of land.
I never saw anything like this in my life. And when I took my wife down a week later, she was crying her eyes out in the street.
Maria says he immediately started making phone calls.
The township didn't know what happened. I called the governor's office, asked his assistant what happened, and she said to me, "Are you sure your house is gone?" I said, "Miss, you misplaced your pen and your pencil. You don't misplace a house."
This picture taken by a neighbor just after the storm shows Maria's home all the way to the far right, up against that second utility pole in the distance. It had shifted off its foundation, but was still standing. He says he was never told that his home would be demolished and all his possessions thrown away.
I just wanted to know where my house went, why it was removed, and why I was afforded the opportunity to get my personal belongings.
Maria contacted the New Jersey Department of Transportation to find out what happened. He got this letter, which states that the DOT did not remove any structure that was not on the roadway. Our objective, the department said, was to open the roadways. But here's the problem. Maria says his home was not blocking a roadway, and he says this picture proves it.
Clearly it was not in the street. There's a utility pole still standing there. My house would have knocked that over if it was in the street.
So Fox 5 contacted the DOT, which is now telling us the utility pole was the problem. In a statement, the department said, quote, "The structure in question was pushed off its foundation and jammed against another house that had come to rest in the middle of the street. The two houses had sandwiched a utility pole. Our crews did not take down any structure unless it was deemed to be unsafe." Maria says he's hired a lawyer and he's figuring out what to do next. Now that his summer home is gone, his plans for the future are on hold.
Beautiful town, beautiful area, a location you could tell. I was thinking about coming to retire here someday. Not right now, though.
Coming up next on Fox 9 on your side, good for your stomach but bad for your heart? Questions tonight about a special coating for aspirin.
What are you waiting for? Join the hundreds of people who have already taken advantage of Cash for Keys at Internet Auto Rent and Sales. At Internet, we're paying top dollar for vehicles whether they're paid for or not. Just think, no placing ads in the paper or online, and no strangers coming to your house. Just bring your vehicle into Internet and leave with cash in a half hour or less. It's Cash for Keys, and it's only at Internet Auto Rent and Sales.
Hey, Alan, I'm Common Sense. What is this?
It's my internet accelerator. I'm trying to speed up my slow internet connection from the phone company.
Why not just get Cable One high-speed internet? It's the fastest internet for the best streaming. It's just common sense.
So, all the speed I need.
Cable One, it's just common sense.
Happy Honda Days are in the air at your Southern Idaho Honda dealers, and 'tis the season to take advantage of tons of special holiday deals. Like the incredible fuel efficiency of a new Civic, just $149 a month. $149 a month. Or enjoy the comfort of a brand new all-wheel drive CR-V for only $259 a month. $259 a month. Don't miss the most wonderful time of the year. Happy Honda Days at your Southern Idaho Honda dealers, including Larry H. Miller Honda in Boise or Tom Scott Honda in Nampa.
Are you ready to get the best sleep of your life? Follow me. What kind of mattress are you sleeping on right now?
Oh, I'm not really sleeping on it right now.
It's like a rock.
I don't even know. The couch.
I toss and turn.
Go to bed in pain. I wake up in the middle of the night.
At Mattressland Sleep Fit Center, we're against pain.
Get the lowest prices of the year with savings up to $1,000 to celebrate the grand opening of our new stores throughout the West.
Do you know what we have to do?
Get me a new bed.
Yes!
Start sleeping fit and living fit. Guaranteed. Get into Mattressland Sleep Fit Center now.
Find the Live Well Network on cable channel 13 and over the air on digital channel 9.2.
New concerns tonight about a coating used on aspirin.
Yeah, we know it's designed to protect the stomach, but it could also reduce or eliminate aspirin's effectiveness in reducing heart attacks and strokes. And that's our top story in Fox Fitness right now. Now, this is according to a new study performed at the University of Pennsylvania, and researchers looked at 400 healthy people to find out why some people develop aspirin resistance. And what they found is that resistance may not be the problem at all, but the coating may prevent aspirin from absorbing to allow its medication to do its job in preventing heart attacks and strokes.
Taking the breast cancer drug tamoxifen for a decade instead of the standard 5 years may actually reduce long-term chances of reoccurrence and the risk of dying from breast cancer. Researchers looked at women who only took the drug for 5 years, and then they looked at women who continued to take it. After about 8 years of follow-up, the number of reoccurrences in that group that continued to take tamoxifen was lower than in the group that stopped. And breast cancer deaths also lower too. Researchers will follow the women for another 5 years now to see what happens. So it's the prank call being heard around the world.
And I still haven't heard it yet, bits and pieces, but it may have seemed funny to a pair of Australian DJs at the time, but nobody at the hospital where the Duchess of Cambridge is currently a patient is laughing. CNN's Max Foster reports.
The Duchess of Cambridge guards her privacy fiercely, and on Wednesday it was breached. 2 Australian radio pranksters rang up the hospital pretending to be the Queen and Prince Charles.
Hello, good morning. King Elizabeth VII Hospital.
Oh, hello there. Could I please speak to Kate, please, my granddaughter?
Oh, yes, just hold on, ma'am.
Thank you.
Are they putting us through?
Yes.
What about this one?
Kate, my darling, are you there?
Good morning, ma'am. This is the nurse speaking. How may I help you?
Hello, I'm just after my granddaughter, Kate. I want to see how her little tummy bug is going.
The radio presenters did manage to get through to Kate's private nurse and get an update on her condition, but the hospital insists there was never any chance that the call would have been put through to the patient herself.
Technically, I think this was a breach of patient confidentiality, which I very much regret. Having said that, the information which was inadvertently revealed is already in the public domain. I think this whole thing is pretty deplorable. Our nurses are caring, professional people trained to look after patients, not to cope with journalistic trickery of this sort.
The hospital says it's been advised that the Australian broadcaster did break the law. They are considering what to do next. In the meantime, they are reviewing the way they handle calls. The Australian radio station says they apologise sincerely for any inconvenience caused, but they may be checking in with their own lawyers as well. Prince William did manage a smile when he left the hospital on Wednesday, and the Duchess was also ready to receive other visitors. Her siblings, Pippa and James, stopped by, as did her mother, Carol. The Duchess will be staying overnight, and there's no indication yet on when she may be discharged. Max Foster, CNN, London.
And it's only beginning. Let's face it.
I know.
I mean, everything is going to be photographed and analyzed and... I know, it's the next year.
It wasn't even a good imitation of the Queen.
Of the prank call?
They were making it as goofy sounding as they possibly could, and it still went through.
Still ahead on Fox 9 on your side. You better think twice before sending that next text. More people may be reading it than you think.
Valley Office Systems. Now you have a choice. Make the right choice. Valley Office Systems.
Did you know you can lay away now for Christmas at Neil Allen Fine Jewelry? Now's the time to choose that perfect gift and pay it off between now and Christmas. It's easy, it's affordable. Now is the time to lay away for Christmas at Neil Allen Fine Jewelry, your hometown jeweler in historic downtown Nampa.
With R.C. Willey's massive selection and low price guarantee, this holiday season you can deck your halls with just about anything you want.
Choose a gift your family will enjoy all year with holiday savings on top brand TVs. We guarantee the lowest prices on Samsung TVs. Get this Samsung 50-inch 3D TV for only $11.99, and we'll throw in a free Blu-ray player and 2 additional 3D glasses. Save on home theater systems, tablets, digital cameras, and more. R.C. Willey, your home, your way.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. From their Weebles home to yours.
Merry Christmas!
Gliding in your 412 sleigh. You'll jingle well, jingle all the way. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. And all the elves join in. At their Weebles, we love you.
Ho, ho, there Weebles!
Yeah!
Welcome to Dead On Archery, your one-stop shop for all your archery needs. With 4,000 square feet, you'll find an archer's paradise for all ages from beginner to expert. We pride ourselves on customer service, and our certified techs will make sure you're up and running in no time. Looking for the latest in gear? New bows come with your free tune for life, 30-day range pass, free Dead On Archery hat, and we guarantee them to be fully set up before you leave the shop. Stop in for even more savings this holiday season, and remember, when the shot counts, make sure it's dead on.
Christmas is coming faster every day. Take the sting out of your Christmas purchase this year by using Neil Allen's Easy Layaway Plan. Choose the gift of her dreams and pay it off between now and Christmas. Neil Allen Fine Jewelry, your hometown jeweler in historic downtown Nampa.
So Roland, of course, is hoping for more snow at his own personal ski resort.
I wish. Any ski resort would be good, and it's looking, the conditions are getting more right for that. 19 degrees for a low here soon, right?
Yes, that's coming up, and so the cold air is coming into place. You need 2 things, right, to get the snow. You need cold air and you need moisture. We've had the moisture, but we haven't had the cold air for everyone. But I want to go over how the snow has been doing. This is a pretty amazing map when you look at it. This is the percent of average snowpack. A bunch of about 63 different sites across the state measuring the snow as it falls into the different basins. The basins are where, for instance, the Boise Basin, all the snow that falls in the Boise Basin will generally flow into the reservoir system when it melts. And so we're 135% of average of the Boise Basin. That's 35% above average. And the prime reason these numbers are so high, look at the Wood River Basin, 220% of average. That's where Sun Valley is. But you notice the Owyhee Mountains and the Bruta Mountains are very, very low. And the reason for that, they are lower in elevation. In the Boise Basin, Bogus Basin is one of the snow-tell sites. It's only 40% of where it should be, yet we're at 135% because we're close to twice the amount, or 200% up at some of those real high elevations. And so it's the high mountain snowpack that we really care about for the water supply, but the ski areas are a little bit lower than that, though Sun Valley is doing very, very well. All right, what's the forecast now? We look at that 5-day precipitation forecast across the Northwest. The cold air is in place, and yet we still have moisture coming in, which is good news, and so this could add up to about 5 5 or 6 inches of snow here over the next 5 days, maybe a little bit more than that. In fact, it's probably going to be a little more than that, most of it falling during a couple of days. And so it's a moist, colder pattern. Good news here, the 8 to 14-day outlook for precipitation, generally above average in the green area. We're just barely above average here in southwest central Idaho. Good news. So there's still moisture going across the northern tier. Temperature-wise, below average across central Idaho north of this is good news here. So that would spell more snow for us coming in. Here's my mountain extended forecast for the next couple of weeks, and I'm just putting a general number with storms coming in of what we could see happen. The potential here for 4 inches of snow on Friday and another 4 inches on Saturday, just in general in the central mountains. Not much tomorrow. Tomorrow night through Saturday, we could get some light, fluffy snow, which is a good news. A little bit of break on Sunday, a little snow Monday and Tuesday, 3 or 4, another inch possible Wednesday, a break Thursday. This could be a really good storm system right here coming in, not this weekend, but next weekend. Upwards to 10 to 12 inches of snow may fall in Idaho's higher elevations. Another pretty good one here, 4 and a 3 here showing up. So it's much better than a bunch of zeros that we had last year with the cold air in place. Now the precipitation in the ski areas is going to be in the form of snow. Good news here, guys. So let's keep the fingers crossed. And Roland, it won't be long.
It's looking good.
Your ski resort will be opening.
Okay, thanks, Scott.